Hello, how y'all doing? This is an emergency video. I don't make these too often, but look, this is an emergency. I just got a news flash that in Natchez, Mississippi, the city of Natchez is paying people up to $6,000, maybe more, to move there. They pay about $2,500 in moving expenses, and they will give you $300 a month for 12 months, which comes to about $3,600. So that's about $6,100 worth of incentives to if you move there. I hope the people on Skid Row know about this. If not, I'm telling you right now, this is one way to get off of Skid Row, is to move to Natchez, Mississippi, and they will pay you to move there. And you know, they do, it's true, they have a lot of historical homes there, but you don't have to actually buy a historical home. You can buy some of that miscellaneous property that the state of Mississippi doesn't want, and build you a third world house. Now, I just finished watching this illegal family. The mother and the father are both illegal. And as usual, they had all their children in the United States paid for by Uncle Sam. So the children are actually citizens. So they get food stamps. They are on this dependency on the government. They get food stamps. The government pays for the rent. The government pays for the food. The government pays for all medical. So they're in this cycle of government dependency. Their teenage daughter went to a hospital for 10 days. That is probably at least a $30,000 hospital bill. She didn't pay, because she's homeless, she didn't pay one iota cent for her daughter to be in the hospital. One iota cent, not even the $300 to the emergency people. The government paid the whole bill. And her daughter stayed there for 10 days. That's probably at the very least $30,000 for that 10-day stay. Probably more like $80,000. She didn't pay one Lincoln penny for her daughter to be in psychiatric care. Not one Lincoln penny. The government paid for the whole bill. And so they know that. They know that they are poor because they're in Connecticut. Because Connecticut is a rich state. If you're making less than $180,000 and you're living in Connecticut, if you're making less than that, you're probably considered poor. But see, they are so dependent on the government that they don't know how to stand on their own 2 feet. They don't know how to go to Google and find some cheap properties, build their own house. They don't know how to do any of that because they're so dependent on the government. Uncle Sam's going to pay for the rent. Uncle Sam's going to pay for the food. Uncle Sam's going to pay for all medical. Uncle Sam paid for all those children to be born in the United States. Uncle Sam's going to already paid for a 10-day psychiatric stay for the teenage daughter. They are so dependent on Uncle Sam that they don't even know how to stand on their own 2 feet. And this cycle is going to continue. You know, well into when their teenagers turn 18. And then their teenagers, all their children, 4 or 5 of the children are going to start the whole cycle of dependency on Uncle Sam again. Welfare, food stamps. Uncle Sam pays the rent. Uncle Sam pays for the mortgage. Uncle Sam pays for food. Uncle Sam pays for everything. Uncle Sam pays for the medical. They're going to start the whole dependency cycle in the next generation. Okay? So they are never going to learn how to stand on their own 2 feet. Even the children are never going to learn how to stand on their own 2 feet. The children are never going to learn how to buy property. Go on Google and buy property. But getting back to this, Natchez, Mississippi is paying people up to $6,000 to move there. That's why I say people on Skid Row at least need a tablet. If they don't have a tablet, maybe they can go to the library. Maybe the libraries are open. And do this research and find some cheap properties. Have a nice day.